Hello and welcome to the Inner Game of Entrepreneurship podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and today I am sharing with you a little whiteboard session that I did about how you can have a six-figure business and still be broke, stressed out, overworking, scrambling, and exactly what to do about it, which I will say is join Powerhouse Mastermind. I break down exactly how, when you join Powerhouse Mastermind, we clean all of that up and set your business up in a way that is actually scalable. Because the things that work to get you to your first six figures do not work to get you to multi six. The things that work to get you to multi six don't work to get you to seven. So, we're going to break down exactly what it looks like when you have a business where you're making sales. At the end of the year, you're looking and you're like, I made $100,000. I made $150,000. Why do I feel stressed about money? Why do I have times where the money feels like it's running out? Why am I scrambling? Why am I overworking? These caps that you find yourself in where you are the whole engine of the business and nothing runs without you touching it. What does that really mean? And how do you actually fix it? So this is a whiteboard session where I break all of that down. If you are listening to this on the podcast audio only, it should work fine. But if you want to watch me scribble on a whiteboard, you can head over to the YouTube Intuitive Edge Coaching or head to the Intuitive Edge Coaching Instagram, and you will find the whiteboard session living there if you would like to watch the video. The doors for Powerhouse Mastermind are closing on Monday, the 25th. So if you're hearing this podcast episode when it drops on May 23rd, you have a couple extra days. That's why I'm dropping this episode early. You have a couple of days to get your application in. I will tell you that this six essential systems work that I am breaking down here in this video and that I teach in your first 90 days of Powerhouse Mastermind. I have a dear friend who is a six-figure marketing director for eight and nine-figure wellness companies. When I showed her the six essential systems framework, she said, you should charge $100,000 to $150,000 for this, and you should only do it as a consultant because I work for eight and nine-figure brands that do not have this framework in their business, and they need this. I had another coach tell me I should never sell this for less than $60,000. And again, I should only offer it as a consultant and do it in the back end of people's businesses. This is included inside Powerhouse Mastermind. This is how we spend your first 90 days together, is completely stripping down and auditing the back end of your business and getting it reconfigured in a way that is actually limitlessly scalable and clears your schedule, makes it so that you are no longer having to touch everything for your business to run. So in this episode, I am breaking down exactly what your business is probably currently operating like if you are making money but doing way too much work yourself and everything is way too manual, and exactly how we fix that inside Powerhouse Mastermind. So again, the doors are open until Monday, May 25th at midnight. On Friday, I opened up a brand new 16-month payment plan. Someone reached out to me. They asked if this was possible. The answer is always yes. So we made that possible. So now there is a 16-month payment plan that makes the investment $12.50 a month or $6.25 biweekly. If there was a cash flow issue and this makes it much more workable for you to join, please take advantage of that and go ahead and use that when you hop in. You would just indicate on your application that that's the payment plan that you want, and we will get you set up like that. If you have any questions about whether or not Powerhouse is the right place for you, whether or not it will work for your niche, whether or not it will work for your situation, I would love to answer them. Because we have limited time, the best way to get those questions answered is to shoot me an email straight to me, intuitiveedgecoaching@gmail.com. You can also DM me on Instagram at Intuitive Edge Coaching, DM my coaching account and not the podcast account. That'll make sure that I see it quickly. And ask me all your questions. Send me a voice note. Send me whatever your concerns are. I am here to help you make the most informed decision possible. And if I cannot help you and I'm not the right coach for you, I will always tell you that because I only want you to work with me if I know that I can get you the best. So, with that being said, enjoy this episode. I've been talking a lot about having a business that runs without you needing to touch everything, but I haven't talked about exactly what that looks like for you. So I'm about to break it all down using my 6 essential systems for scaling framework. Get a beverage, pull up a chair, classes in session. Okay, so I'm going to tell you all about your business because she's a witch. So, audience growth. You're trying to grow an audience because people told you that growing an audience
is how you grow your income. And so your audience growth strategy is hella platforms. That's the technical term. You're trying to grow on hella platforms. So you're on YouTube, you've got a podcast, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're on TikTok. Sometimes it's the same content, sometimes it's different content, and you've got an email list. And let's be honest, she's a little neglected, but you've got one, right? And you're trying to constantly push out content on hella platforms. And your content strategy is vibes. That's your content strategy. So when you are launching something, if you live launch in your business, then you're talking about your offer. Maybe you are making Canva graphics. Maybe you even have a VA making Canva graphics for you. Maybe you're making carousels. That's good. You're making reels. Maybe you're going live talking about your offer. But the rest of the time, it's vibes. And so you're not really sure what you're supposed to be talking about in your content. So you're wasting a lot of water talking to ChatGPT and saying, what should I be posting on this hella platforms that I'm on in order to make money? So this is your audience growth strategy. Now, your lead strategy, you may or may not have a lead strategy, but if you do, I'm going to guess your lead strategy is hella lead magnets. You have hella lead magnets. You have lead magnets that connect to, we don't really know. So you've got, a meditation that you created at one point. You have a private podcast series that you made for one offer one time. You've got a webinar that you sometimes repurpose and sometimes do live. You have a PDF that you've created that people can download. You have a calculator that you made that people can download. Hella lead magnets. And most of them live in a Google Drive where they do fuck all. That's what they do. They're not selling anything. They're not leading anyone anywhere. They are just sitting there collecting dust because you released them at one point because someone told you need a freebie. So you made a freebie. You just made something you thought people might like, that might make people give you their email, that might seem good. But it's not really connected to an offer. Now, you have offers, and in fact, you have hella offers, gang. You have hella offers. You have so many offers. Things that you've created at a bunch of different times based on vibes. You were like, oh my God, I'm so passionate about this thing right now. I just took this training. I just learned this new skill. I just got this new certification. This is the thing that people are going to want from me. So I'm going to release an offer about it. And it's going to make me $1 million. And then you launch it. It does not make you $1 million. It does not put your name on the map. It is not the thing that you were hoping it would be. You don't get that many people in it. And so it goes into the Google Drive with the hella lead magnets. Now, when you do have these offers going on, you do have these launches, it moves people into a sales process. And the sales process is also kind of vibes. So sometimes people have a sales call with you. Sometimes people talk with you in the DMs. Sometimes you have a beautiful custom-made landing page with graphics that's really branded and really beautiful that goes to a checkout page. Sometimes you're just sending people a payment link in the DMs. Some people are paying you on Cash App and Venmo. We don't know. It's everywhere. It is not the same every time for every offer. It doesn't need to be the same every time for every offer, but it's not really the same most of the time. And definitely, it doesn't really happen without you being there to push a button. If you're not making the sales happen, if you're not moving people through, the sales are not happening. So the process by which people move from finding one of your hella platforms, learning about you, and then buying, there's not really a connection. They're not getting from here to here very easily or very quickly or in a predictable way where if somebody said, where are your sales coming from? You could tell them, right? We don't know. Where are they coming from? Heaven. So when we do sell the people, and I would bet you sell the people because you're making money, and that's because you're charismatic and you are good at what you do, right? So when you're launching the thing based on vibes, the vibes are high and the vibes are sexy and the vibes are magnetic and people fucking like you, right? So they do buy. It's not as many as you wanted, right? You didn't get that, oh my God, this offer made me $1 million situation, but people buy. So once they buy, we go into delivery, and delivery looks like this. This is you running around, scrambling, giving everybody everything. Your delivery system is you. You're the delivery mechanism. This is you just running around trying to give everybody everything you promised them when you were selling them. And this is busy. You're so busy and you're so tired and you're going above and beyond because you really want to over deliver because you want everyone to have an amazing experience because you're a good person and you want to make sure everybody gets what they paid for when they buy from you. So you're running around and you're delivering your full face off. And while you're doing this in this way that doesn't really honor your humanity or your need to sleep or eat or take care of your body or rest, who's doing the marketing vibes? No one, right? There are no vibes here. All the vibes are now here with you. So while you're delivering, you're ghosting your marketing. And then what happens? Uh-oh, out of money. Because these people are about to all finish up their packages. They're all about to finish up the service that they bought from you. And we don't have really a plan for what's going to happen after this. So what do? We got to jump back over here. We got to start re-nurturing all the people. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, kind of embarrassed. Oopsie, haven't talked to you in a while. I'm going to sell you another new offer, probably, right? Finish this up, learned a bunch about it. I'm either going to go into the Google Drive. Can I dust something off where I'm going to decide I don't like any of the marketing? I'm going to redo it all. I'm going to rewrite all the content. I'm going to rewrite all the sales pages. I'm not going to use any of the things I wrote before. I'm going to do all new stuff, or I'm just totally making a new offer where I have to re-educate my audience. I can't spell re-educate sideways, but that's what we're doing. We're re-educating people, or we're educating them for the first time about this brand new offer with a name they've never heard before, all brand new. And this is going to take a while for them to get. And then we're selling them again. And you're like, oh my God, I love this new offer. This is going to be the new offer that makes me $1 million. But it doesn't. You get 10 people in it. And then we go back into this, and we loop here, right? Forever and ever. But what happened to these people? What happened to these people that were getting served, right? Well, now we've come to the end of the whiteboard. So they just go into the abyss. We have nothing for them. We served them. We ran out of money. We leave them. The program ends. The offer ends. We're done with them. We go back over here, try to get new people. This is a mess, right? This is how you end up making 6 figures and being broke. This is how you end up having a 6-figure business that is exhausting and unpredictable, where you feel like you're in a feast and famine roller coaster and you're scrambling for cash all the time. And no matter what you do, you feel like you can't get ahead. You don't have time to work on the business because you're only working in the business. And you can't delegate anything because all of the steps for every single thing you do only live in your head, or you delegate a little tiny bit, but then you kind of redo everybody's work because you're mostly working on vibes. So we clean this up. We get you in Powerhouse Mastermind, me and you together. We get you one. I pressed too hard on my pen. We get you one audience growth system. It could be ads. Ads are a lovely audience growth system. This does not have to be organic. We get you an audience growth system that is repeatable with a content strategy that is based on your annual sales calendar. An audience growth strategy that is repeatable, that's based on your annual sales calendar. If you know what you're selling all the time, then you always know what you're supposed to be talking about. And then all of the water is being saved because you don't need to ask chat what you should be talking about. You know what you should be talking about because you know what you're selling. So you know what you need to be talking to people about in order to get them ready to buy the thing you're about to sell. You know what this is? This is delegatable. Because if you know what you're selling way far in advance, then you don't need to be creating content on vibes. Oh shit, what do I post today? This can all be delegated. Somebody else can be creating the content and you just have to approve it and let them schedule it, right? So now that that's off your plate, so relieving, we have one lead strategy. And the lead strategy could just be join my email list, right? Join the wait list for my signature offer. This one main thing, this little mini microdose transformation that we give people in the lead magnet that gets them a taste of what our work is like, that is always the same. So every single CTA, unless we're in a launch, in all of this is go over here for more, right? Now, once we have that, now this lead magnet, this one lead strategy is connected directly to your signature offer. Your main offer that gets your people the most delicious transformation, where they could work with you further from here, or they could be done right there and they could be like, oh, this was delicious. I got exactly what I needed from this moment. Thank you and goodbye. Your main one, this is the place where you want most people to come offer, that's based around a proprietary framework. But we're not going to go too deep into that. But the reason we want this is that this is repeatable. Repeatable for you, repeatable for the client. Every single client who comes in can have relatively the same experience and get relatively the same result, right? like a spell book, like a recipe book. Anybody who follows the steps should get relatively the same results. They're going to, results may vary because you're going to put your own sauce on it, your own little sazon. But for the most part, everybody who goes through it should get relatively the same results, right? That's what we want to have happen for you. That's what we want to have happen for your customers. That's how we codify your brilliance into something where you can say, most of the people who come to me, they do this thing and they get these results. And I know it because I've watched it happen over and over and over again. This becomes something that could potentially be delegatable. It could be potentially, at some point, if you wanted it to, delivered without you. It doesn't have to be. If you want to stay in delivery, right? But this could potentially become something that you don't even have to do anymore because it's so dialed, so repeatable, right? So this one main delicious offer, right? Now, when they go to buy this one main delicious offer, they go through a sales process that is at least partially automated, because that allows every single person to have the same exact experience, because you are a human being. And sometimes you're tired, and sometimes you're on vacation, and sometimes you're dealing with a family emergency. And if the sales process depends entirely upon you, you've got some clients waiting days to get things. You've got some clients getting things right away. It's not consistent. It's not repeatable. We want everybody to feel special. We want everybody to have a stellar experience. And we can do that when things are at least partially automated. So we have this repeatable, partially automated sales process that leads people into delivery that is spacious for you, and also partially automated. A mix of manual things and automated things that allows you to be somewhat hands-off and not scrambling anymore in the delivery. So let me just give you an example of what this looks like that we've all probably been through. You see an ad, and the ad says, buy this $27 mini course, or this $7 template, or even this free thing. And you do, right? You put in your email, you put in your credit card, you get the little thing. You immediately get, and so that's on a checkout page, right? That's the same. Partially automated. You immediately get something in your email that gives you access to the thing you bought. You do the thing, and then you immediately get more emails that say, if you liked that, you should buy our next thing. You should buy our signature offer. You should book a sales call. You should join our group program. You should hire us to do this thing for you, right? So every single person seeing the ad, they get the mini thing, they do the mini thing, they like the mini thing, they get moved toward the signature offer, and a certain portion of them say, yes, I want that next step. They sell themselves, right? They go to the checkout page, they buy it, or they book the sales call, they get some email confirmations. You sign up for the little course, you get something in your email that says, congratulations, you've got access, log in here, here's what you're getting, right? This is important so that people don't feel like they just sent their money to a stranger on the internet and it's going, we don't know where, right? So we've all been through that, right? That's what that is, right? This is how, when this is set up, this is how you can be on vacation, at the beach, at the movies, and you come out and you look at your phone and you have payment received notifications because somebody's going through this while you're not there. Your business is working while you are not. Now, after this spacious delivery is completed, look how much room we have. Isn't that delightful? We have retention and referral, right? So you've completed this, right? You did this signature offer, but wait, there's more. That's what retention is, but wait, there's more. Would you like to come back and do the logical next step? I have something else for you. I have another offer. It's not hella offers, but it is the next right step for you after you completed this thing that you really liked. Now, if you say, no, thank you, I actually had everything I need, that was delightful, I'm done, then we have an automated process that collects referrals and testimonials, which feed back into our content, right? Boom. So then these people, the no thank you people, they come back into our lead pool. And we just stay in relationship with them, and maybe they'll buy again later if we launch something new or if we offer them something else. Maybe they weren't ready for the next step right then, but they're going to be ready in 6 months, and we just offer it to them again. You know who's really fucking great at retention? Your dentist. You get those postcards in the mail, you get text messages, you get emails, hey, it's been 90 days since your last cleaning, we miss you, come back. You get a little postcard shaped like a tooth. They are retaining you. There's an automated system to remind you to come back and spend more money at the dentist, because we don't have dental insurance because this is the United States of America, right? So when you look at this, do your shoulders drop? Do you feel relaxed? Do you see how this creates so much more spaciousness and ease for you in your business? Do you see how this allows you to build something where you could be not here for like a year, and this could all just be running without you? You could have team members doing most of this stuff because it's repeatable and it's planned in advance and it's delegatable. Now, if you have been so busy scrambling around in the delivery to marketing back and forth hot potato that you're like, I don't have time to build all this. This is why you need to join Powerhouse Mastermind, right? Because it could take you months and months and months, or it could take you 90 days. That is how long this takes. This is what we do in your first 90 days inside Powerhouse. We are going to audit the whole back end of your business. We're going to go through all the hella offers and the hella content and the hella lead magnets, and we're going to figure out what is your signature offer. We're going to refine everything that is worth saving. We're going to sunset everything that is clutter, and we're going to get rid of it. We're going to build everything that's missing. And then at the end of 90 days, you're going to go on vacation, because this will all be set up. And now you can without the money stopping. You see what I'm saying? This is what we're doing. Now, I need you to know, this is very valuable. I have a dear friend who is a marketing professional for 8 and 9 figure wellness brands. And she said, you should not charge less than $100,000 for this. You should only do this as a consultant, because I work with 8 and 9 figure brands that do not have this set up in their business. I talked to another consultant who said you should never charge less than $60,000 for this, and you should only do this as a consultant in the back end of people's business as a custom build. This is included in Powerhouse Mastermind. There's a very high level and refined audit process that I'm going to be taking you through right when you join, where we're going to get all of your back end mess cleaned up. Now, take this game, save this, tell yourself you're going to implement it without me. But I want to ask you, what is the likelihood that you're going to do that? If you are too busy because you are scrambling in your delivery to marketing vibes hot potato, are you actually going to set aside the time to do this? Do you know how to do it? Now, even if you know how to do it, right? Because I know how to do it. I still have a coach. Because even if you know how to do it, the likelihood that you're going to do it without body doubling, without calls on your calendar that you paid for, without me sitting over you, without you feeling my hot breath on your neck saying, I need you to send me your offer suite by this date if you want review, without you feeling the gentle push of my foot, no free toes, on your booty, pushing you forward to get it done. Are you actually going to get it done? And are you actually going to get it done in 90 days? I'm just asking. This alone is worth the investment in Powerhouse Mastermind, but then you get the whole year of me supporting you, of my eyes on your business, of me being with you to test and iterate the systems that we've built until we're seeing, okay, people are moving through the pipeline consistently every single time. This is working. And then we could go back and set up another one if we wanted to, right? You see what I'm saying? This is the kind of work that we're doing in Powerhouse Mastermind. Now, all of the things that I just described to you, they are held together with your inner operating system. So if, as I was breaking all this down, inside you were like, but I couldn't do that because I'm not organized enough, because my clients won't let me, because what if I start doing that and all of my clients who are used to me being completely hands-on and everything don't like me anymore, and I don't have that kind of brain, and this kind of thing doesn't work for me. Whatever all those thoughts are, that's your inner operating system. We clean that up too. Because you're not going to implement this if inside you're thinking, that's too hard for me. I hate tech. I don't want to send emails. I don't want to build automation. If you don't have the inner operating system of a powerhouse CEO who says, I don't care what the tech obstacles are. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how much it costs. I'm getting this set up the right way because I'm buying myself the spaciousness and freedom that I promised myself when I started this business, then you're not going to build it. Your Honor, I rest my case. The doors for Powerhouse Mastermind close Monday, the 25th at midnight. There's a new 16-month payment plan. If that helps you get in, take advantage of it. If you have questions for me about whether or not this will work for your niche, DM me. I would love to talk with you about it. I am available for that. I will answer all of your questions. If I can't help you, I will always tell you that. It is magical. It is beautiful. It is delicious. It is fun. It is also just straight up good business. I am very good at this. Every single problem that you have in your business is going to be solved with this and the inner work framework that you get inside Powerhouse Mastermind. We're going to clean all this shit up. Your business will be unrecognizable by this time next year when we do this. Okay, love you, bye.
That's our episode for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. I know there are so many things that you could be doing with your day, so many things you could be listening to, and it means so much that you are here in this community. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment, share it on social media, and tag me at Intuitive Edge Coaching. Share it with a biz bestie who you think needs to hear it and will appreciate it. And take a moment to to subscribe, and to leave a 5-star review wherever you are listening. It helps me grow this show, and it helps us grow and sustain this brilliant community of entrepreneurs dedicated to doing the inner work. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, love you. Bye.